The German Jagdterrier is a breed of universal hunting dogs, a terrier. Jagdterriers were purposefully bred in Germany in the 1930s and 1940s. In the post-war period, work on the breed continued. Jagdterriers were purposefully bred in Germany in the 1930s and 1940s. The creators of the breed aimed to get a versatile hunting dog of outstanding qualities, capable of working on the ground, in burrows and in water, unassuming and easy to care for. Jagdterriers are distinguished by an exceptionally developed hunting instinct in burrows and in water. The average performance of German hunting terriers are distinguished by an exceptionally developed. They are used mainly in burrow hunting, but also in hunting feathered water, wild boar, hare. Successfully cope with the functions of guard dogs. The main hunting specialization of the Jagdterrier is burrowing fox and badger hunting. Hunting is carried out on a previously explored inhabited burrow. The Jagdterrier, sensing the smell of the beast, willingly enters the burrow. During the examination of the burrow and the search for the animal, the dog gives a voice, which gives hunters the opportunity to listen to the burrow, pressing their ear to the ground, and determine the location of the dog and the nature of its work. Reliable voice delivery is very important for successful hunting and the safety of the dog itself. Having found a fox or raccoon in a hole, the Jagdterrier drives the beast out of the hole at the hunter under a shot or enters into battle. Working in a hole with a cunning beast resorting to all sorts of tricks requires skill and toughness from the dog. The dog must correctly grab the opponent with a death grip in place, just by the throat, so as not to suffer itself. The jaws of the jaws cause injuries to the dog. After the victory, the jag must pull the strangled predator out of the hole, which requires considerable strength. The badger is a more dangerous opponent for a Jagdterrier. In a fight with him, the active help of a hunter is required. When the dog comes into contact with the badger, the hunter pats the ground with his palm, encouraging the dog. The dog cannot quickly strangle such a large prey, armed not only with teeth, but also with claws, and pull it out. The task of the terrier is to block the badger in a dead-end or nest and hold it until the hunters arrive. Having determined that the beast is blocked, the hunters begin to dig a hole. At the same time, hunters try not to provoke the dog to attack and stranglehold, which can lead to senseless injuries and death. First of all, a dog is taken out of the excavation, most often by the tail to handle. That is why the tail should not be cut too short. Having taken the prey, the hunters carefully restore the burrow again. Different methods of burrowing hunting impose different requirements on the character and hunting manner of dogs. For hunting a badger, a not too vicious and aggressive dog is preferred, inclined not to cling to the beast, but to bark at it continuously. A more vicious, but smaller and therefore more maneuverable terrier works better for a fox. In the hunt for feathered game, partridge, pheasant, the Jagdterrier must find the bird, and after the shot, find and give the hunter the killed game or wounded. The stance, like that of the copse, is not peculiar to the Jagdterrier. On a duck hunt, a small terrier excitedly delivers prey from the water to a hunter in a boat. Jagdterriers, along with hounds, can be used when hunting wild boars. Dogs are looking for prey both on the trail and on the upper flare. They claim that most Jagdterriers cope with a beast several times larger than themselves, and 2 or 3 are able to take any prey. However, fights with wild boar are very dangerous and often end with the death of dogs. German hunting terriers work reliably and on a bloody trail, useful when hunting a hare. A Jagdterrier can be not only a hunting dog, but also an excellent guard dog. But the Jagd can become a good companion only for the owner, a hunter who has managed to properly build a relationship with this difficult dog. Jagdterriers are exceptionally healthy dogs, which fully corresponds to the purpose of breeding and the idea of the breed. Among the hereditary diseases found in the breed, the monograph Control of Hereditary Diseases in Dogs mentions only Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, which is expressed in excessive elasticity and vulnerability of the skin. It is noted that in the breed there is a hereditary primary dislocation of the lens inherent in terriers, which can be detected by genetic testing. Features of breed behavior. According to the hunter, the Jagdterrier is dynamite in small packaging. In accordance with the idea of the creators, Jagdterriers are exceptionally vicious working dogs, unbridled, fearlessly rushing into battle with an enemy much larger than themselves, so they often get injured and die hunting. As befits a burrow hunter, they are independent, determined and persistent. The unbridled temperament of hunting terriers also manifests itself in everyday life, therefore, Jagdterriers need careful upbringing based on mutual respect. They can be aggressive towards other dogs. And that's all, friends, a lot of interesting things in the next series. Subscribe so as not to miss a lot of interesting things. Thank you for your attention. Hello everyone, friends. Interesting facts about the Jagdterrier. From German, the name of the breed translates as hunting terrier. The main qualification of Yags is burrowing hunting for fox, raccoon and badger, but with proper training, the breed is able to work with a downed bird and even hunt wild boar. The German Jagdterrier has a high pain threshold, so in fights the dog is not able to adequately assess the situation and continues to fight even after receiving serious injuries. The strong-willed and independent nature of the Jagdterriers turns them into not the most manageable pets that need long walks, regular training and hunting trips. Despite the fact that the breed is successfully bred in Russia, among experts, representatives of German and Austrian breeding lines are considered a more valuable acquisition. German Jagdterriers can be involved in watchdog activities, but such work will not be able to fully satisfy the hunting instincts of the pet. Because of their recklessness and excitement, German Jagdterriers die hunting more often than representatives of other breeds. In part, the kamikaze effect is to blame for the innate insensitivity to pain, as well as for the overly active behavior of yags in burrows, contributing to the collapse of earth tunnels. Due to the innate tendency to leadership, the breed is not recommended for keeping owners who do not have experience working with hunting dogs. The German Jagdterrier is the best friend of lovers of burrowing hunting and lovers of showing off fluffy feather trophies. Enthusiastic, tireless, persistent, this reactive pursuer is always focused on the result, which he often achieves at the cost of his life and health. You can control the behavior of a Jagdterrier if you convince him of his own authority. The breed does not like affection and tenderness and values only leadership qualities. On the other hand, Jagdterriers are convinced of monogamy. If the dog found you worthy of trust, then it's forever. The breed was formed at the beginning of the 20th century, when dog breeders fed up with show terriers began to dream of working pets capable of bringing real benefits. By that time, European exhibitions were filled with representatives of the group with an exemplary exterior, but absolutely unsuitable for working on the beast due to muted instincts. After the First World War, German specialists began breeding a new, purely hunting variety of terrier, ideally working in a hole. The first in this business was a dog breeder and part-time passionate fan of fox terriers, Walter Zangenberg, who was later joined by Rudolf Fries and Karl Erich Grunwald. The breeder began his experiments by taking 4 fox terrier puppies from Lutz Heck, director of the Munich Zoo. Zangenberg was not confused by the fact that the kids had an evil black and tan color, since the breeder was going to develop hunting instincts in animals and not a glamorous appearance. As a result, the grown-up puppies were associated with black foxes, known for their phenomenal viciousness and relentless pursuit of the victim. In 1926, the first Jagdterriers Club was opened in Germany, and 12 months later, the wards of Zangenberg began to exhibit at the exhibition. At first, the breed was bred by inbreeding, closely related crossing, which did not have the best effect on the health of the offspring. And it was only in the 20s that dog breeders began to attract more distant relatives, Welsh Terriers and Old English Terriers, to pumping yags. After the Second World War, the breeding of the breed was no longer so active, which was facilitated by the division of Germany into occupation zones. In addition, the breeders of the GDR relied on the selection studies of Zangenberg, that is, they continued to cross the jagged relatives among themselves. As a result, the number of dogs quickly recovered, but the number of defective individuals began to grow exponentially. The Jagdterriers received international recognition in 1954, together with the receipt of the FCI standard. After this event, dogs began to be exported to North and South America, but the hunters of the New World were not impressed by the small and agile yags. German Terriers were brought to the USSR in the 70s, although unofficial sources claim that the first acquaintance of domestic breeders with the breed took place 40 years earlier. Of the manufacturers imported into the Soviet Union, Cherry von Riechbach, Dina von Galitzee and Enki von Woolsey are especially worth noting. It was these people who laid the foundation for the first generations of Russian Jagdterriers. And that's all, friends. There are many more interesting things in the following videos. Thank you for your attention. Subscribe to the channel so as not to miss a lot of interesting things. Hi everybody. The most frequently asked question. How much does a German Jagdterrier puppy cost? So, for someone the price will seem very high, for someone quite a bit. Puppies of a German Jagdterrier from parents with working diplomas and a package of documents will cost from $500 to $800, in some cases the price reaches $1,000 or more. If field tests and trips to exhibitions are not planned, you can contact familiar hunters who periodically knit their wards. Such Jagdterriers are much cheaper, in the region of $250 to $350, but in terms of working qualities they are not inferior to the offspring of champion manufacturers. The only caveat, puppies from an unprofessional breeder may not have a puppy metric, which casts doubt on the purebred litter. Of course, friends, the price will depend on the region and place of residence, and of course on the dollar exchange rate. These are all, friends. In the next video I will tell you how to choose the right puppy yourself, so as not to make a mistake. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and see you soon. Friends, hello everyone. Today I will tell you how to choose the right little Jagdterrier for hunting. For frequent hunting trips, males of the German Jagdterrier are preferable. Bitches are often hindered by the heat in working with a beast, during which concentration and endurance decrease. Observe how the animal behaves with littermates. Small Jagdterriers often arrange fights in which there are winners and losers. If during the conflict the puppy turned out to be an outsider and retreated at the beginning of the battle, this indicates his cowardice and failure as a future hunter. Hunting experience and working diplomas of puppy parents are an important attribute. Good viciousness and viscosity are inherited by German Jagdterriers. Check the accuracy of the information provided by the seller about the litter and manufacturers. Contact the Jagdterrier's breed club and find out whether the mating was really planned and whether the puppy's born after it claimed pedigrees. Do not choose the most bullying and aggressive kid. Having matured, such an animal will have an explosive character, which will complicate the process of upbringing and training. The correct German Jagdterrier puppy will not be afraid of the presence of a stranger in the kennel, but will resist attempts to turn him over on his back. Such a reaction is considered normal and adequate, unless the baby is suffocating from screeching and growling. In any case, the dog will grow very strong and domineering. The most interesting thing will be what kind of character he will form in the first stage to become stronger. The rest will depend on the owner. Everything is in your hands, friends. That's it, thank you for your attention. Subscribe to the channel so as not to miss new interesting videos. See you.
Hello, friends. Today we will talk about how to take care of a German Jagdterrier. Hygiene. The German Jagdterrier is not a decorative fluffy. He does not need visits from a makeup artist. To make a smooth-haired hunter look neat, it is enough to comb it with a brush or a rubber mitten, massaging the skin and thus removing dead hairs. During the period of seasonal molting, the frequency of combing will have to be increased, but even if this is not done, the Jagdterrier will not fill up the apartment with woolen stacks. With wire-haired individuals will have to tinker a little longer. By the way, despite the fact that formally trimming and grooming of the breed is prohibited, most owners pinch their shaggy wards. There is no serious crime in such hygienic procedures, but only if the dog is put to work. Owners who plan to travel with their Germans to exhibitions will have to forget about haircuts forever or do it a few months before the event so that the wool has time to grow and even out. Otherwise, the care of the German Jagdterrier is the same as for any dog. Check your pet's eyes daily for inflammation and dust, and wipe them with a strong infusion of tea or a chilled decoction of chamomile. Do not forget to inspect the ears, especially if you were hunting with a berry the day before. There may be garbage and ticks inside the funnel. Be sure to have in your home medicine cabinet remedies for ectoparasites that terriers acquire on the hunt. And, of course, keep an eye on the health of the paws. After walking and hunting, check for cuts and peeling on the pads, and periodically lubricate the skin with unrefined vegetable oil and greasy hand cream. It is advisable to wash German Jagdterriers as little as possible. Firstly, hard tap water and shampoos for pets degrade the quality of wool. And secondly, Jagd is already swimming enough on the hunt, jumping after a downed bird into the pond. An exception can be made when an unpleasant smell comes from the dog. Hunting terriers like to wallow in carrion or even in excrement, which they use to mask their own smell. Therefore, if the pet is too much fragrant, he is supposed to arrange a bath day. In summer, the Jagdterrier is allowed to be taken to a deserted beach, where he will swim with pleasure and play enough. That's all, friends. There are a lot of interesting things in the following videos. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel so as not to miss the new video. Thank you for your attention. See you later.
Friends, hello everyone. Today we are going to talk about how to properly do the Prytrovka of a Jagdterrier on different animals. In our case, today we have a ferret. You need to bait the dog with your hands and at the same time with the wand. Everything needs to be done alternately, and several times. We let the dog sniff and bite the animal for the first time, after that it will be wonderful to hunt it in the future. We continue to tease the dog, changing positions. We take the prey in our hands and continue to tease the dog at arm's length so that she can hang on to him. These procedures will help your dog to understand its prey well by smell. A grip in the air will help to train the dog's jaws well, thereby improving its grip of teeth. We continue to tease the dog. We give her a little rest. We continue training. We take the animal in our hands and continue to anger the dog, give the prey to her teeth. We hang the loot on a stick and continue training with the strong rope. We give the dog a good bite of its prey so that it feels superior to him. Sometimes we throw the prey to the top so that the dog trains the grip in the air. So, friends, we had a ferret at this training. Such training should be carried out with absolutely any animal, both with the living and with the dead. It is enough to give a dog a taste of prey once, and it will start hunting perfectly. The Jagdterrier is very strong and very agile. He has no fear, so you need to educate him so that the dog can stop at the command of the owner during the time, otherwise he will tear his prey to pieces. That's all, my friends. Thank you for your attention. Subscribe to the channel so as not to miss a lot of interesting things. See you.
The German Jagdterrier is a breed of universal hunting dogs, a terrier. Jagdterriers were purposefully bred in Germany in the 1930s and 1940s. In the post-war period, work on the breed continued independently and by different methods in Germany and the GDR. The creators of the breed aimed to get a versatile hunting dog of outstanding qualities, capable of working on the ground, in burrows and in water, unassuming and easy to care for. Jagdterriers are distinguished by an exceptionally developed hunting instinct and anger towards the beast. The average performance of German hunting terriers is significantly higher than that of other terriers. They are used mainly in burrow hunting, but also in hunting feathered game, wild boar, hare. Successfully cope with the functions of guard dogs. The main hunting specialization of the Jagdterrier is burrowing fox and badger hunting. Hunting is carried out on a previously explored inhabited burrow. The Jagdterrier, sensing the smell of the beast, willingly enters the burrow. During the exam, voice delivery is very important for